A bumper first week, a shortened second week, but it's all the same in the life of Amber Logistics. Others may imitate, but there's only one. Hello, it's David here, Amber Logistics, and it is Tuesday, the 12th of November, and it is 20 past 1 in the afternoon. I'm heading north on the M40. I'll take it from yesterday. So we started the week yesterday, and it was a quiet day yesterday for me because I did work for my own customer just in the morning. I did a delivery from Manchester Airport going to, where did it go? Blackpool. And then I went up to Hazardous, just up near Lancaster. I'll give you a little image of the place. When I say a little image of the place, it was just an indulgent picture I took of my van next to the coast. So that's Hazardous, just near the docks there. And I collected some air freight and took that back to Manchester Air Freight Centre in Trafford Park. And that was it. That was all she wrote. I was done and dusted for late morning. I did have a little look on the CX to do some work, but to be honest with you, there was work about, but I was knackered. And I was knackered because I'd had such a busy weekend, with the house being upside down and the kitchen being ripped out and still doing it. I had loads of stuff to do on Saturday. Saturday night we went to a party, just to stay out of the house really. And then early Sunday morning we drove up to my daughter's in Lincoln. I had to take some tools with me, of course, because I was going up. Can you bring some tools and do some jobs? So I ended up putting some things up for my daughter at her house and didn't get back till Sunday night. So it wasn't very restful over the weekend. And I felt tired yesterday, and I thought, you know what, I'll just finish early. And I went to bed early last night as well. I was in bed for 8:30, but I had a pre-booking already from my own customers, which I've done this morning, which was one of the good paid jobs, thankfully. And it was collect from up Blackburn, Preston area. I don't like to say the name of the company. A lot of people guessed it. But I get paid basically from going from my house, and then took it down to Uxbridge to an aircraft aviation company. But you know what? I've not had a sniff of work when I've got down here. I have put quite a few bids in, not had anything. I would genuinely say at the moment that if I was only working on the CX platform, if I didn't have this work that I have, I think I'd struggle. I think I'd consider packing it in. Because I'm putting bids in to get back at a keen price, and I'm not getting a single sniff of anything. They work for peanuts down here. It's one of the more expensive areas of the country to live, and they work for peanuts. How are you all making any money? I don't see it. I don't see it myself. I mean, I'm putting keen bids in, but I'll not put a bid in to line some other bastard's pocket. No way. But I put keen bids in. I even thought, well, I'll just do some jobs across. Maybe from Uxbridge to Reading or something like that. Get some fuel money. Again, not going dear, but nothing. Not a sniff. Not one successful bid. I probably put 25 bids in. In the end, I'm heading north. Now I'm on the M40, heading up towards the Oxford area. If anything comes up that's worth bidding on, I'll bid on it. Otherwise, I'm going home. I can still make money today on this job. Still get a wage out of it, even with the fuel. It's just nice to add to it if you can. But honestly, you guys who are just solely working the CX, good luck to you lads, because you're better men than me, or ladies, as we even. Because I'm struggling. I'm finding it a right struggle just on the CX. So, my own company, the firm I do a lot of work for, they are starting to pick up a little bit at the moment. They have been quiet themselves. So hopefully, touch wood, I'll have some work for them tomorrow, because I don't fancy my chances on the Courier exchange getting a job that pays decent, reasonable money. And I don't want to bid massive amounts of money or rip anybody off. I just want a livable wage out of the work I do. It's not too much to ask. But some of that work that's going on down south to get out, honestly, there's no way they're making a living wage off that. They are not running, they're either not running legally, cutting corners, or they're just trying to build the feed back up or something, because I don't know. Anyway, we'll see how the rest of the week goes. I've got a dental appointment on Thursday, which is going to mess up the week a little bit, just to check up. So hopefully, I won't have to have anything done. Look at these lovely teeth. And they'll probably just say, no, those teeth are perfect, Dave, for a man of your mature years. They're still my own. I don't keep them in a glass. And hopefully I won't have anything done, and just a check-up. And then we'll just see how the rest of the week goes. Thanks to the people who contributed to the answers for the questions that were posed, by the way. And I hope the person who asked the question got something out of it. And once again, if you have questions, put them in here, because I will shout out the questions on there if I don't know the answer, because there's always someone brainier than me who knows the answer.
Life of a courier and another hotel. But I'll tell you what, this hotel was cheap. And it's bloody impressive. Look at this. And then a very, very nice bathroom. And if you get above with one sink, you can use the other. And shower too. Very nice.
I see from that little video clip, I'm in another hotel. It is the same night. Some things change. This job, things alter. So I went to Uxbridge, didn't get nothing out of Uxbridge once I got down there. Put plenty of bids in, even some kind of local going across. Didn't get anything, didn't get one. There's about 1 million drivers around me, and I thought, you know what, I am not wasting any more time down here bidding with the Muppets. I'm going to get myself back home, sack it. So up the M40, M5, I got on the M6 at Birmingham, and the feed was on, and I saw a hazardous load job get posted for today. It's knocking on a bit now. It was probably, 3-ish, 3. And it was going up to Knaresborough near Harrogate, and I thought, well, that'll do me, going north. I'll put a bid in, but I didn't go cheap, put full ADR price on it, because I thought it's quite late, and they're obviously looking to get that cleared. And they rang me straight away, gave me the job. I was half an hour away, straight down to a transport company. They checked my ADR license, which I like. When they do that, it means they're actually paying attention, and stops Wyatt Earp and his mates taking the stuff. Loaded 4 barrels onto me of hazardous material and strapped it all down, and we set off. It was quite a drive, really. Traffic was really heavy. It took 3 hours, 40 minutes to get there. And as I was getting towards it, I got a phone call from the people who get a lot of work off, asking if I could pick up from a military base, but it was right down South Lincolnshire, towards Skegness actually, and take the stuff to Manchester, which is a good paying job, but it meant that if I had gone home and got home perhaps 10-ish by the time I'd filled up and everything, I'd have to get up at stupid o'clock to get there for 7. So it's between 7 and 8 really, but I like to get there early, mate. So instead, what I've done is I've driven south for an hour from here, which now puts me only an hour and a half away from the base. It's now 9:30. I'm checked into the hotel. This hotel was cheap. It's 45 quid. You can see it's a nice room. And I'll get up in the morning and drive down there and pick the stuff up, and I'll be back in Manchester late morning. I can either pack it in and finish early or pick up some other work, see how I feel. But because of the hazardous load today, the cost of this hotel, negligible. And claim it back anyway. So, good day's work today and a good start for tomorrow too.
Right, it's Friday afternoon now. Time has ticked on. So I'll give you a quick rundown of what's happened since the last little clip. I think that was in the hotel, wasn't it? So I did the collection from the military base, took that to Manchester. And then for my regular people, I did some air freight collections in the afternoon in the Yorkshire area and got them back to Manchester Airport. So it was a decent day's money, which then would lead us to, I think, Thursday. Am I right? I think so. I've lost track. But essentially, I've done nothing but work for them since. So I've been to Scotland for them, picked up freight from Stoke, where you get paid to go to Stoke to collect it, and then drove that all the way up to Perth. Good paying job again. Didn't get a backload. To be honest with you, I saw about 3 jobs come out of Scotland. Went all the way up there, so I ended up driving back. And I also, today, I have done another good paying job for them. What I picked up in the Lancashire area, where I get paid to go up for that. And then I've been all the way down to Southampton. And at the moment, I am on the M40, just getting towards the M5, going home. It is 3:30 in the afternoon. I put a couple of backload bids in, but they're half-hearted. Because, to be honest with you, I'm ready to finish for the week now. It is Friday. And I've had a good week, money-wise. We have gone over target. And you can't ask for more than that, can you? Yeah, we've got a few dead miles. But you know what? I don't give a monkey's chup about dead miles, really. Sometimes I think, oh, that's too many. But at the end of the day, how much money have I taken in? How much money have I paid out? If there's a nice chunk left over at the end of it, that's what matters at the end of the day. You can get too hung up on dead miles. I have done it in the past, but to be honest with you, I don't want to bid for half of these cheapo backloads on the CX and line someone's pocket. So I'm driving home empty because I've made enough money today anyway. So bollocks to you. And that's it. End of this week. This video will obviously continue into next week. Well, we're well into week 2 now, actually. I've been a bit negligent with recording anything. In fact, it's Wednesday. It's the 20th of November, and it's about 1:30 in the afternoon, and we're getting towards the end of the week for me, actually. But I'll tell you what's happened so far this week, and it's not been brilliant by any stretch of imagination. Monday wasn't bad. Monday, my regular work suppliers, they got me a job to cover in the morning, one of the good paying jobs where you get paid from your house, up to North Yorkshire and then over to Lancashire to deliver there. And then once I'd done that, I had to make my way to Manchester Airport to collect some air freight. When I got there was a bit of a kerfuffle because it hadn't all quite cleared, and then there was some confusion over the numbers of things I was picking up, and it ended up costing me 2 hours in time. Now I get paid waiting time, so that's not so bad. And then I took that to Bromborough on the Wirral, which took me to early afternoon, and I was rehearsing with the band at night, so I just made my way home. Rehearsed with the band, but they had nothing for me on Tuesday morning. But the weather broke Monday night, and it was snowing and didn't look too inviting anyway, to be honest with you. I had a sort of like perusal on the CX, didn't pick anything up and decided to take the day off. And again today, they had nothing again for me, so they're quiet. So basically, I found a job this morning on the Courier exchange from local to me, and it's going to Warrington. Long wheelbase van job. It was actually two gates, two outside gates, hardwood gates, really nice as well. Didn't really need a long wheelbase van for them, to be honest with you, but fitted them in easy enough and dropped them off at a pub that was being done up in Warrington. Found a local Morrison's round the corner, used the loo, and just set about see if I could find anything else on the Courier exchange. And I've got this one, the job I'm doing now. Didn't have to wait too long to get it. I'd put quite a few bids in, and when it's really quiet like it is, obviously, I've said this before, it's hard to get work because there's a lot more drivers chasing that work, and you know, a lot more drivers are willing to go a little bit cheaper perhaps than they'd like to secure the work because, you know, for want of a better word, they're a bit desperate. But I decided I wasn't doing that. I just quoted on everything at my full long wheelbase van price and just played bidding bingo and thought, if someone bites, then I'll do it. If not, I'll go home. But I did. I got this job at my full long wheelbase van rate, and it was pick up down the road in Haydock, which was about 28 minutes away. And I'm going up to SRA, so towards Sunderland area. It's on the coast a bit, this one. I think Sunderland's on the coast more or less anyway, isn't it? And I've got full price for it. So, with added to the job I did this earlier today, and this, it makes it an okay day. Be even nicer if I get something back. But I've got to go back home tonight because tomorrow I'm at the dentist. Got a dental appointment, which I put off from 2 weeks ago because I got offered a really tasty job. So I can't put it off again. So tomorrow, 10 o'clock, I'm in the dentist. And then I don't know whether I'll do any work or not after that, because I'm off Friday anyway. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. I'll finish off the video tomorrow, whether I work or not, because I'm definitely not working Friday, because I'm going on one of those murder mystery things in a hotel with the missus. I'm going to work out who done it and just relax and enjoy a nice long weekend. But it is grim out there at the moment. It's really grim. We should be bouncing around at the moment this time of year, but we're not. And it's bloody freezing as well out there. I'm well wrapped up, but freezing but sunny. That's why I've got shaded glasses on. Anyway, I'll finish it all off tomorrow. Well, it's Thursday the 21st, and I have ended up working. And it actually is a well-paid day today. So my regular people, they had work for me, but they also knew that I had to go to the dentist. And just change lanes there. What they said was, because I'm going to the dentist around 10 o'clock, would I go and collect some goods, one of the good paying jobs, in the morning, collect it at 7:30, and then if I want, I can then collect the stuff, and then on the way to where I'm going, call in at the dentist, and then continue my journey and do the delivery, which was great for me because I get a well-paid job, and I could also do the dentist, and I didn't think that I was going to start work until probably 10:30, and possibly not at all. So I got a good, well-paid job, which I ended up in Lincoln. And then they got, what you call it, not an emergency, but a last-minute job that's on that's urgent, to pick up in Grantham. Jesus, this sun is so bright. It's really low now because the daylight's almost gone. To pick up in Grantham and get that down, is it Feltham, TW postcode, some air freight depot. So this is well paid. And I'm going to do it because I'm not working tomorrow because obviously I'm having weekend off. Long weekend, murder mystery, Inspector Clouseau and all that. So this will pay me good money. And even though I probably will be driving back empty because I need to go home. It's been a good day money-wise. So the week has turned out better than I thought. So in terms of how we've done over the last 2 weeks, last week, week 1 was absolutely outstanding. I did a lot of money. By the standards that I set myself, I well surpassed it, and we had a really, really good week. This week, I knew I was going to be a bit short of money because I knew that I had the dental thing and I wasn't working on Friday. And I didn't work Tuesday, did I? So in the end, I've worked 3 days this week. And although we have fallen short of what you would class as a weekly target, for the 3 days, I've done well. So I'm happy for that. I budget for time off anyway, so it's not really a problem. So the last 2 weeks, I've been all right. The first week, really good. This week, okay for time off. But I'll say this. It's nowhere near as busy as it used to be. I think it's an industry in general. I don't just think it's a Courier exchange thing. I think it's just the industry in general. The Courier exchange itself, very difficult to get work at a good price. I have been doing the odd one, but otherwise, I mean, I find like I'm probably not even going to bother looking for anything out of the TW postcode that I'm going to, because I know that people will be bidding stupidly low money. I'd sooner, quite frankly, just drive home knowing I've had a good day's take today. But it's hard. There's no doubt about it. A lot of people are talking about it. I'm sure others who've got the YouTube channels will be as well. There's quite a few new ones have come out recently. I have been enjoying them. They're all right, actually. Some of them very slick. Real good production. You won't get that from me because I'm useless when it comes to IT. But I do my best. Anyway, so I'm going to have my weekend now. I'm going to find out who's done it. Have a nice break. And we will be back next week again for a 4-day week. Because my mum's moving to a bungalow. And of course I've been volunteered to move all the stuff. And that'll be next Friday. So it'll be a 4-day week next week as well. So we better pull our finger out, haven't we? Thank you for watching. Please give us a thumbs up if you find the videos useful. And consider subscribing to the channel. See you in the next video. Remember, if you have any questions, stick them in the comments. Thanks.